welcome back to another elevated marketing chat. Today, we're going to talk about how to market with a small budget. Let's face it, everybody starts off in business at a smaller scale, and you might not have the budget to afford everything that you need with digital marketing. There is certainly a lot to try to juggle, and trying to choose which one to do and not do with a limited budget can be challenging at the least. But you do need marketing. There is not a business out there that doesn't need marketing. And so today I want to talk about when you are in the early stages of growth and you're trying to pick cost effective marketing, for the long game. So, let's talk through these. First of all, I think you have to accept the long game. There are no instantaneous, if I just do this type of marketing or this type of marketing, then I'm going to instantly start to build a lot of business. And I think there's a lot of people that believe that and sell that way, that, oh, well, if you just do Google ads or just do Facebook ads, then you're just going to instantly have business. And I think you have to throw that mindset out and you have to talk about the long game. Marketing is something that builds on top of itself. And as you do more and more marketing, more and more people become aware of you. So when you're first starting off and you're starting to do marketing, it can be a little challenging and defeating where you're like, is it working? I'm not sure. And so a lot of times people will give up and they look for these quick, short hits that they think will produce, instantaneous business. And the reality is that you just need to accept the long game. So, another thing, in accepting the long game is, starting with content marketing. So, even if it is written content, audio content, image content, whatever have you, you need to be constantly talking about your business and how it's going to help other people solve their problems and challenges. And so, focusing on content marketing is a great, effective way in order to, get in front of people and have those messages. Now, which one should you start with first? Personally, I think blog marketing, starting with a blog and blogging about how your products and services will help you. The reason for that is because you can use that type of marketing in multiple ways. We recently did a podcast and talked about this, but one blog post can become several different pieces of content. You can redo that into a podcast later. You can redo that into a live show. You can take little snippets out of it for organic social media, but you got to have that base topic or, questions that people have about your product or service that you've written about that you can break that up. So I think if you're on a limited budget, focusing on content marketing is a great way. Invest in organic social media. Is it absolutely free? No. Again, the same as content marketing, it is going to take some of your own time and effort. But like we just said, if you start with content marketing, then you're going to have something to be able to post on organic social media. One of the big mistakes I see with people with limited budgets is they try to take this strategy with organic social media of, constantly posting about, buy now, buy now, buy now. And it's this very end of the funnel type, presence. And people are really turned off about that. People come to organic social media, Facebook, X, Instagram, wherever they go to be entertained. And so if you constantly pushing to buy your product, but you're not entertaining them in some way, then you're never going to grab their attention, and organic social media is not going to work for you. So it's a great way when you're first starting off, but consistently posting on organic social media should definitely be at the top of your list if you have limited budget. Another item that you can add on top of that once you've, successfully got your content marketing, organic social media is email marketing. It's never too early to start building your list of people who want to get in their inbox the great content that you are producing. Building an email list can be easier than you think, and there's a lot of strategies to do that. Think about a quiz on your website that asks people, questions on whether or not they need your product or service. Something as simple as that could help you build an email list. If you've got a e-commerce just offering a discount or something like that, can really help you build that email list. But one thing you'll never do to build an email list is if you don't start with content marketing. So I'm going to reinforce that that's the first thing that you should start with if you have a small budget. You can't do organic social media, you can't do email marketing unless you have content marketing. All right. So the next one I would invest in is local marketing. So what I'm talking about here is your Google My Business page. This is an easy way in order to get yourself out there. There are a lot of tips that we've talked about in the past to really optimize your Google My Business page. But optimizing your Google My Business page is something that can, easily get yourself up in the map section. One of the easiest ways to do that is to work on getting reviews. If you can get reviews from people that are already using your product and service, this is going to help your Google My Business rank better. And it's also going to provide some content that you can use with your organic social media. So focus on your local marketing when it comes to, you know, ways to do marketing inexpensively. The next one is to offer a free workshop or webinar. If you're in a type of industry where, trust, know, like, just like we're doing right here, providing these educational events, whether in person or online, can really help build awareness about how you can help somebody with their problems. Um, you know, don't my biggest I think my biggest tip is I'm mentioning a lot of these, but don't spread yourself too thin. If you have a small budget, focusing on too many different strategies and not doing one or the other well is going to show in your marketing. So I know there's a lot of places and a lot of different strategies that you can do, but focus on a couple and make them really good. And then as you start to build the business, you can add more people to help you execute an effective marketing strategy. You just don't want to spread yourself too thin. You also want to keep your marketing very flexible. So, there might be new trends or new types of marketing that are working, and there might be things that you try that don't work. So, be willing to move from one type of marketing to another to get what is working and then build on top of that. You also need to think about the long term and short term marketing goals. Content marketing, again, I think is where you should start off at. But sometimes you have short term needs where you need to build a lot of traffic. And so running targeted ads is a great way to get in front of people who are, ready to buy. But you might also not have the budget to do so. You might also try to run ads, but not have great content marketing on your website. If you don't have a landing page or content marketing that's going to work or going to convince someone to buy, then there's no point in running ads because it's going to be wasted money. So, again, focus on the website first, focus on the content marketing. Either way you slice or dice this, when you have a small budget or you're just getting started, marketing can be tough because you're not sure what's going to work and what's not going to work. One thing that is going to work though is being consistent. Consistently being out there and marketing your business in a multitude of different ways effectively, not being spread out too much, is going to be your best bet. And if I have to say it again, focus on content marketing. All right, that is it for today. Next time, we are going to talk about email marketing. I'm going to dive in deep into all the strategies that can make you successful with email marketing and how to build your business with it. All right, take care.